Happy holiday! Good morning and welcome to TMI Socials. Now this is where we get to talk everything trending on the social media space. I am Anuoluwapo Stevens, or better still call me a social media butterfly. Now in a video that has now gone viral, President Bola Tinubu has revealed that he jokingly threatened to sack the Minister of the FCT, Nyesom Wike, if his policies did not align with the political interest of the ruling party, the All Progressive Congress, APC. Now the president made a remark at the presidential villa in Abuja when Wike led a delegation of permanent FCT residents on a Sallah homage to mark the end of Ramadan fasting and the Eid-el-Fitr celebrations. Now let's listen to our president when he had the conversation yesterday.
Ideas. I remember the day Nyesom Wike came to me and said, please take us out of this problem of TSA so that I can do more work and achieve more. And I said, okay, show me what you're about to do. And he presented himself. And I threw in my own political jibe. Say, will that give me any opportunity for my party to win election in FCT? I say, I know where you are coming from, your own party or my party. But if this thing goes too much in your own favor, you will lose your job.
And I'm pretty sure Nyesom Wike doesn't want to lose his job at all, and he did the job dutifully well. Let's see how you reacted to this on social media. Now, this first user actually says, they are already negotiating 2027 election, and you people at the background are clapping in laughter. If Funaya official on Instagram has that to say. Another user wrote, is this a tribute or what? Why is Wike not there? Cecilia Aremi asking the selling question, if you ask me. Now, away from that to this one where this user says, always about party interest, personal ambition and interest, never about the people. And finally, on the story, this user wrote, personal ambition is far more important than the well-being of the country. So sad we found ourselves in this mess. Nigeria will surely be great again. God will do it. A typical Nigerian there, if you ask me. Well, now, in a move seen as a desperate attempt to maintain political control and silence opposition, Kogi State Governor Usman Ododo has banned all convoy movement in the state. Now, this decision learned was allegedly to block Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan's homecoming celebration. The ban, which was announced in a press statement on Monday by the Commissioner for Information and Communications, Kingsley Femi, cites security concerns as the reason for the restriction. Now, during the early hours of this morning, Natasha Media Aid came out to say that we are going ahead with this planned rally to, celebrate with Muslim faithful. But we'll see how things would eventually turn out in this report. We're moving over to stories to see how you reacted to this story on the line. This user actually wrote, it don't the ton bully be that. Many men fighting one woman. Interesting. Another user says, let's see. The more they try to box her in, the more popular she becomes. It's surprising how these people don't realize they are making someone look like a victim. Often makes them even more popular and well-liked. Another user also wrote, laugh out loud. This comment section encouraged the Bayelsa governor to do exact same thing they are now angry about. Now, finally, on the story, this user says, this is how systematic oppression works. They are fighting her from all angles to sniffing her. Now, only time will tell if the rally is going to hold today in Kogi State or not. Away from that, my third story for you for today would be a viral video about activists activist Adedotu. She actually shared a video showing the moment she confronted a woman whose 11-year-old daughter joined her to sweep an estate as early as 4:30 a.m. daily. Now, the woman was employed by the estate management to sweep. However, yesterday being public holiday, the woman came in with her daughter who joined her in sweeping. Adedotu, who resides in this particular estate, saw them and accosted the mother. She expressed displeasure at the woman for making her child join her as early as 4:30 a.m. to come to sweep. According to Adedotu, making an 11-year-old work is child labor, which should not be tolerated at all. Let's take a look at the video.
I'm going to put an eye on her face now, and I'm going to submit it to the estate, and I'm going to submit it to the estate security. If you want to come and do your job, you do your job, but you don't bring an 11-year-old girl as early as 4:35, 6 for child labor. Do we understand that? Do we understand? I'm not going to listen to your predicaments today. I can give you time to listen to your predicaments, but don't ever bring this girl out. Drop the broom, go and sit down there. Sit down there. Until you're done, then you can go back home with her. Is that okay? Yes. You come here how many times a day?
It's Monday to Saturday.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Okay. So that means that peradventure, I might still jam her again.
Now, this sparked a lot of reaction on social media, with a lot of persons actually questioning Adedotu on why she filmed the child and what really is a business. Some persons even said, back in our time, our parents would wake us up as early as 5 a.m. and that was what actually, made us to be who we are today. Now, after all of the dragging and buzzwords on social media, the same activist came online again to drop another video where she went to meet the said woman and the child, apologizing and crying. Let's take a look.
Somebody posted that. Oh, Jesus.
According to the activist, she said she didn't mean any harm. She was just trying to be good. She even dropped the, account details for Nigerians to actually help. Now, the shocking part is the woman stays at a very shabby area in Lagos, and she goes to Ikoyi just to receive 19.5 at the end of the month. It's really pathetic. How much is the minimum wage there? Anyway, how Nigerians react to this on socials. Let's have tweets and see what you have been saying to this particular story. Well, we'll begin with this user who wrote, "This is not child labor. I am strong and hardworking today. It's because I went through this kind of training." Another user says, let's see what you have to say on the story. This one says, "If the woman dies from stress, that girl will come start the labor without help." Anyway, may she not die, amen. Moving over to another tweet, this user wrote, "This is the most useless video I have ever watched. Where is the child labor here? So Pekin no go fit help her mama again. Why people won't get small money for Nigeria, they misbehave self." Now, this time around in Enugu State, a devastating trail of destruction and displacement has left in the wake of relentless attacks by assailants suspected to be herdsmen on farm settlements in Enugu State for years. Now, no fewer than 44 farm settlements known as Ndi Agu have been overrun, with residents forced to flee their homes and seek shelter in neighboring communities. Now, the affected communities include Agbo, Ishala, Ugbuji, Agu, Emede, Eha Agu, and Umuhu, right there in Enugu State. Moving over to tweets to take reactions on this story. This user wrote, "This is sad. The people of Enugu should remain law-abiding while security agencies do their work, and I am trusting them to bring the herdsmen to book." Another user says something else on X. "Guns should be legalized in Nigeria for the people to be able to protect themselves, and more farmers should learn to apply otapiapia." on the crops. I'll tap you there, really. Moving over to another tweet, this user says, I hope the federal government will give the same swift response they gave to the same scenario in Edo State. Now, finally, on TMI Socials today, in Bayelsa State, the governor of Bayelsa State, Doyediri, has alerted security agencies in the state ahead of a planned rally organized in support of the FCT minister, Nyesom Wike. Now, it might interest you to know that this rally is set to be scheduled for April 12, 2025 at Tambuad Roundabout. Now, the governor categorically came out to say that the program should not hold, calling on elders, youth, and traditional rulers to remain vigilant. He said that Wike is not from Bayelsa State. He should go to his FCT to do whatsoever he wants to do there. Let's take a look.
Persons from this state, particularly one George Turner, is threatening the peace of this state. And recently there is a Facebook report with his own number that he is going to host the minister of FCT in Tombia roundabout in Bayelsa. The minister is not from Bayelsa State. This is not FCT. This is Bayelsa State. All service commanders should be at alert. That meeting must not take place in Bayelsa State. He can host his minister anywhere outside Bayelsa State. And I direct further that no public place, no public school, no public place, infrastructure, should be used by anybody except by the approval of the state government. Every public facility in this state owned by the Bayelsa state government, nobody can use it except with the express approval of the Bayelsa state government. And nobody should import and export insecurity in their states to Bayelsa state. And so service commanders, you are put on alert that any of such gatherings should not and will not hold in Bayelsa State. There is a government in place here, and this government and the security.
The governor of Bayelsa State there, saying with emphasis, no rally must hold in this state. Go to your FCT and do justice to it. Moving over to tweets and reactions to see how you reacted on this particular story. This user on X actually did say this, and we shall have it right now. This one says, you speak like a governor. This is what Fubara lacked that led him to where he is today. Tell me about it. Another user says, if we could move over to other tweets on the story, Kingsley says, go and rest. You don't have any right to stop him from doing anything in Bayelsa. He's a citizen of Nigeria and a 7th minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Well, finally on the story, this user says, who be this Gadus? Don't worry, Wike will soon go represent Mr. President at an event in Bayelsa, and heaven will not fall. The same Wike Wilson said that heaven will not fall.
Heaven will not
Absolutely.
fall. Governor's trying to, say, this is my territory. I don't want a repeat of what happened in Rivers State, up in Bayelsa State. It's like, laying claim. You have to get that permission or else. Wike, no way. Is it against Wike right now or against what? Well, I don't know. But the issue of child labor or no child labor, because really,
out loud there.
I was like, come on, okay, fine, 11-year-old, not in
but
school.
But she's still a minor, though.
Of course, she's still a minor. It's like, asking your son to come help you out, so with the farm, what are you going to call that, child labor? That question. Anyway, Nigeria is a place that is still evolving. We'll get there eventually. I don't want to talk about the child labor thing or no child labor thing. Let's just leave it at that. And one other story that you came up with, talking about, the jungle justice thing, quite sad in a particular way. We don't encourage jungle justice. Let the law really do what it ought to do. Levels of agency, go out there, fish out the culprit, and make our communities safe. All right, nice stories there, nice stories there.